I am the Angry Mortal of the high rank Wildspire Waste, and while I'm at it, I think I'm going to talk a nice bit about Monster Hunter World. Where's my loading screen? There's my loading screen. Found it! Ah. Yeah. Monster Hunter World Iceborne. So now I've had some really good talks about that, so I'll find the first monster. And then I'll start chatting about that, I guess. Yeah. Whew. So, monsters that live here: Kuliyaku, Puke, Rathian, I think Pink Rathian, Diablos, Black Diablos, Basilius Devilja. Oh, Gyrototus. Nearly forgot about Gyrototus. Gyrototus was a nightmare when I first found him. Honestly, I found it really terrifying. And it's just a stupid fish. I should have started this once I'd loaded it. Yeah, okay, go. Ooh, dark. But not like Damien Dark from Arrow. Which is, for all intended purposes, what that. Yeah. Go me. What? You.
Well now.
Yep, okay. Ah, yeah, Grimal Keens. Got myself a Tail Raider. Ooh. Ooh. Yay. Okay, good, let's go. So, let's see. Puke is in the forest. Barth should be hanging around here. There he is. No. Barth. Here's weak. Bass, actually quite an interesting monster. It's got the potential to have a lot more done with it in Iceborne. Yeah, that's a tempered investigation. But it's got the potential to have a lot done in Iceborne. Because Barth actually has a subspecies. Barth was introduced in 3 Ultimate. And, in 3. And in 3 Ultimate, the Glade... I don't know what it was called. Damn. Essentially, it was a Barth, but they used as ice armor instead of mud. So I feel like Barrett's, the icy Barrett, I can't remember its name for the life of me. I feel like it's got a pretty high chance of being in the game. Yikes, that's just cruel, Expert Trapper. You sure you're not on Team Darkside, Expert Trapper? Because that seems like a pretty Team Darkside thing to do. And if you don't know who Team Darkside are, please check them out. Fever poke. What the hell? Oh, Gadjalaka. Every time. Oh, the little punks. Oh, Rathian last time. And Bath now. You little bastards. I hate you. I hate you all. I need a different button to click. Oh, I'm really mad now. I can't remember what the bath was called. I want to call it Glacial Bath, but that was Ignactor. I'm pretty sure it wasn't something as boring as Frozen Bath, but it could have been. Okay, that Expert Trapper is wild. So no, but a Barth subspecies is something that we could see in World, and on the topics of sort of monsters, old returning monsters that could be there, I think that's what we'll do it today. Monsters that could return in Monster Hunter World Iceborne. So other monsters that we know, the issue with the icy Barth. Those are the redbirds. No, 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 no. Oh, those are the legendary birds, and I miss them because you need the Gilly Mantle, and I don't have the Gilly Mantle. Oh. Oh, sorry. I know I sound like a massive horse right now, but breathe. Okay. So the issue with the icy Barth being added. The name will come to me just out of the blue eventually. The issue with him being added is that we already have a Brute Wyvern being added in Iceborne. That is the big one with the horns that picks up rocks and throws them. The only name I remember is Velkhana. That was poor. That was very poor. But another one that's being added, although not in the common environment, is Nagakuga. Now, RPGs like Monster Hunter, especially Monster Hunter, just normally they repeat the same skeleton for every monster. So it's particularly clear with Rathian and Rathlos. Obviously the whole subspecies thing is just another way of repeating skeletons. It's why we all want to see, but don't see Lagiacrus in many games, because they haven't got the Leviathan skeleton in. Although there is always the potential that they could get the Leviathan skeleton in, considering how similar Royal Ludroth and Great Jagras look. They are essentially the same thing. But a monster that we know is being added in Iceborne is the Nagakuga. Now Nagakuga's got a pretty unique body type. It's got 4 arms, so it's got wings that are double as arms, which technically means it would be classed as a drake. Oh, the axe, that was pathetically fast. Technically it's a drake. If you know your dragons and stuff, there's actually a difference between a drake and a dragon and a wyvern. So a wyvern is puke. It has wings and legs. A dragon is an elder dragon, legs and 4 legs and wings instead of 2 legs and wings. And the a drake has wings that double as legs, so it walks on them. And Nagakuga therefore is technically a drake. But the fact is though, then off topic, showing off my nerdiness when it comes to mythological beasts. The fact is that drakes, ones with body type like Nagakuga, aren't in this game. And that means that by the laws of an RPG like this, they wouldn't add Nagakuga on its own. They would need other things to add that had the skeleton. And if you hadn't guessed by the name Iceborne, it's a coal map. Which brings us on to our contenders for other monsters that could be added. And some of them are ones that some people are actually quite sad to have not seen. Other ones are ones that nobody misses, in all honesty. In fact, to be frank, I think they both fit into the same category. Or one of them fits better. So I'll start off with the less obvious one. There was a monster. It made its most recent return in Generations, but was originally in 3 as well. And it was called Bariath. So it's very difficult to not get that name confused with Barath, but there was a difference. Bariath has a body type similar to Nagakuga, wings and legs at the same time. This is making no sense because I'm trying to multitask. He was famous for having these wonderful fangs. He's a white monster with wonderful fangs, amber fangs. It's bit 32, so quite a cool monster. And he just sort of just slide around on the ice. Whip his tail around. First of all, it'd give Iceborne, it would give Monster Hunter World another ice monster. Although, in all honesty, it's ice cold. The game's called Iceborne, so there's going to be more ice monsters anyway. But it's definitely a possibility because it wouldn't exactly be a long shot to have him added. The other, so it would be interesting at the very least to see Bariath come back. People were quite sad not seeing him return in Generations, and therefore were elated when he returned in Generations Ultimate. I prefer double cross, if I'm going to be honest in terms of names. I could use something better than stones right now, actually. Sorry, something better than thorn pods. Because I'm going to hit one of those birds next time it goes under. Got over there. The other one is one that people are probably going to be less happy to see. Or at the same time elated, because I'm sort of a bit sorry that it's gone. And again, same body type as Nagakuga. Guess I didn't hit him after all. And it's called, wait for it, Tigrex. Yeah, Tigrex. Any of you who have played Monster Hunter should hopefully know what Tigrex is. It's another monster that lives in icy places. It's homicidally aggressive. Damn it, got me again. Homicidally aggressive. Actually, it's a roar that can deal damage, which is an interesting touch. No! Yeah, homicidally aggressive monster with a damaging roar, and he just pulls himself forwards and he charges, so he's quite cool. And he also lives in cold plains, but he also lives in warm ones. Another thing that Barath's got going for it is actually the fact that, Bariath, is the fact that it has a sand variant called Sand Bariath. At least I remember what that one's called. Oh, what's happening to my camera? And obviously Sand Bariath could come and live in the Wildspire Wastes, if they added it. I wonder if Nagakuga's subspecies would come back, because I'm just looking at Lucent leaving it. That was the name of the one of the subspecies of Nagakuga. Nagakuga and most monsters actually get subspecies, and especially ones that are on the front of boxes. They normally get about 2. So Rathalos and Azure Rathalos and Silver Rathalos. I won't blame you if you have never heard of Silver Rathalos before. Anyway, the point I'm going for here. So Tigrex, he's also from Cover Monster. He's had two subspecies, and he lives in cold and warm and grassy environments. He lives everywhere. He's a right pain in the arse. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. I remember when I first fought Tigrex, that was in 4 Ultimate. It was a frenzied one, didn't have any choice in the matter. It would always be frenzied. And it sent me home almost as many times as Glumgala did. Now you've got to remember, I actually used to use bow before I used longsword. Before I used switch axe actually. Switch axe is my big one. Don't get why I ever started using this layout. He's gone the completely wrong way. Anyway, so Tigrex is another one that they could probably add if they're adding monsters of the same body type in Nagaku, and I think it'd be really cool to see them. Okay, yeah. So those are just the normal ones, I think. I'd prefer not to go into subspecies just yet, but there's a bunch of ones that Toby and I would also really love to see. Oh, he's coming back! And the fact is that, as it's a cold environment, we're sort of trying to make estimates about what monsters would everyone love to see that live in cold environments. Yeah. Actually, I think another interesting thing about Tigrex is the fact he's probably on par with Deviljo in terms of aggression. Oh no. Yeah, but he's on par with Deviljo in terms of aggression, so we reckon Tigrex would tuffle with a lot of things. I reckon they'd have to modify his behaviour just a little bit, because it wouldn't fit in with a... What made Tigrex difficult originally was the fact he could move. He really moved. He was fast, he darted around all over the place. Whereas, actually no, sorry. No, he just charged his head. I'm getting distracted. And that's what he needs to become like. He needs to become a bit more mobile, because his world is so much more mobile as well. So I reckon they might have to try and change his sort of attack style to be sort of like, what's it called? Odogaron? Odogaron's fast-paced, aggressive. Ooh, that'd be an interesting one. Odogaron's fast-paced and aggressive style would be what they'd have to change it to be like, instead of being like how he sort of is. I'm not sure how many people would take to changing Tigrex to try and make him more difficult, considering just how difficult Tigrex was originally. Again, I struggled stupidly with Tigrex, but it would be very, very cool to see him come back. He had the ability to fling boulders by digging his claws into the ground. Very fast attacker, quite ballistic, and the mounting pattern, if nothing else, I'd love to see them add him back just for the mounting pattern. Yeah. Ones that Toby and I are hoping they don't bring back, all fortunately ones that don't live in cold areas. Yeah, there's when Monster Hunter was originally released, they had a couple of base sets, base skeletons. Because subspecies weren't in the original game, they had to sort of make do. So Diablos had 2 monsters that I think shared a skeleton with it, technically. They might have been that they all shared the Flying Wyvern, but Diablos was probably more like these 2 other monsters, Monoblos and Gravios. Now Gravios is an absolute pain in the butt. He just sprays lasers and farts fireworks all over the place, so it's a nasty thing to deal with, but he's a fire monster, so we can sort of count that he's not going to come back. We hope. But another one, yeah, I don't know. So we're sort of hoping to not see any of that. Monoblos is probably not going to come back. If it was going to come back, it would be back by now. Although, having said that, Diablos appears in low and high rank, and in 4 Ultimate, Monoblos appeared in high rank, and Diablos appeared in G rank. So maybe with the addition of Master rank, we might very well see Diablos come back. Sorry, Monoblos come back. Actually, thinking about it though, Monoblast was 4 ultimate. So it's probably unlikely. Oh! Yay! Pickle's back! Gonna do this all over again. There he is, over there. We'll leave him alone right now. I'm gonna go after the fish. Where's that tempered sticky mud? Where is it? Where is it? Up. Okay. Anyway. So, looking from a... Okay. Oh, there's about 2 tracks. Anyway, looking at other monsters that could be there though. There's the cold environment thing, that's still running. The Brute Wyvern skeleton, they're adding another one. Can't remember what its name is, but I think it's not that dissimilar to Velkhana, which is the Elder Dragon. But one of Toby's favourite monsters also happens to be a Brute Wyvern that lives in a cold environment. And it's called the Brachydios, and it would be perfect if it got added to World, because it would give you another monster that inflicts the Blast Blight. Pew. What the hell?! I used to really struggle with this guy. No, this is unfair. Bring back a difficult one. Anyway, so we're doubting that any monsters that live in things like the tower we're doubting that they're going to come back. But it'd be cool to see Brachydios come back. He'd be another monster that can inflict the Blast Blight. He lives in extreme hot and extreme cold conditions. So you could also find him in the what is it called? The Elder's Recess. Now it's probably a bit unlikely that they are going to add him, because if they were going to, he would probably already be in the Elder's Recess, in all honesty. But at the same time, it would be very nice to see him come back, because he'd just be one of those monsters that, sort of temporarily at least, could give the villager on for his money. And the original Brachydios was added in G rank only anyway, so oh, I know, he did start off in high rank, but he was mostly a G rank monster anyway. He's got a ballistic temper, and the thing that really sets him apart from the other Brute Wyverns is he's a Brute Wyvern with arms. He's essentially a boxer, a boxing dinosaur whose punches blow stuff up, and he would have the most amazing turf war if added. The Brachydios Life Ecology video, which you can probably find on YouTube from 3 Ultimate, has him face off against the Leviathan Agnacta, which is sort of like Levasioth. So if you can see where I'm going here. We already have a turf war between Barra and Gyrototus, actually, this guy here. So it's not too much of a stretch of the imagination to imagine that they could do it between Brachydios and Levasioth instead of Brachydios and Agnacta, like it was in this video. But it's a wicked turf war, in which Brachydios gets pinned down by Agnacta and then frees himself and actually proceeds to kill the Agnacta by punching its skull in a single move. So that's the sort of monster that we're talking about here. And I just think it'd be amazing to see him in the game fight Levasioth in the same way. Yikes, this is actually getting pretty naff. I might want to stop for a minute, consider which ones I've already killed. But I think seeing Brachydios come back is something I'd love to do. So Capcom, in the unlikely event that anyone sends this message to you, considering the fact that as I'm recording this, nobody is watching and I am just talking to myself. Damn, that was actually quite depressing to say out loud. But Capcom, in the event that someone does send you this, please, Brachydios and Tigrex, or Bariath, or both, please add them. I would be eternally grateful. Now then, onwards. What other monsters could they add? There's the other sticky mud, I know there'd be more. Oh, here he is. I'm not sure about Savage the Villager being added or not, because the Villager did sort of have... It's not a subspecies so much as a variant. Savage the Villager is a Villager that's constantly angry. I can't remember if it's Savage the Villager or a different form. I was going to go and eat my Gyrotoridos. But I think it's Savage the Villager, not Starving the Villager, because there's game series Frontier, Monster Hunter Frontier, and they have a bunch of monsters that we don't. One of them is Starving the Villager. But I think it's Savage the Villager that gains more powers through the magical art of cannibalism. And so I'm sort of hoping that he doesn't do that. He does everything the Villager does but nastier, and has a pinning move in which he grabs the hunter in his mouth, as you do, and then proceeds to attack the hunter's friends as normal. Oh, that was pathetic. Actually, you know what? This is probably a really good time to put on the mantle. This is a really bad time. So no, it'd be cool to see Brachydios come back. He's completely and utterly unique monster. There's nothing quite like Brachydios. So other interesting ones. I think I'm near my list. I definitely want to see Tigrex and Brachydios come back in Iceborne, because they both live in cold environments. The Villager lives everywhere, as this is trying to prove. It'd be fun to maybe find somewhere finally in which Basilgeuse does not, though. Because I don't know, it just doesn't seem like he does. Yeah, but the pools of slime that Brachydios leaves are a much more interesting way to administer Dragonblight. I'm thinking of the Villager still, aren't I? Blast Blight, than the stupid things that Dodogama does. Oh no! Wow! I didn't even realise this was here. Oh, these are all things that can be set on fire. Don't come down, I'm coming up, don't worry. I need to get a set registered so I can have my other mantle on faster. Oh boy, that was back. Yeah, back off, you piece of anyway. Dragon Bite right again. Come on, how close do I have to be? Oh, he's gone. Yeah, no, this is definitely worth it. Oh, what the hell? Then he's gonna get angry. Oh sweet, I actually set that on fire. Where's that villager material? Ha! Please be a gem. You know what, that'll do. Moving on. Thinking of skeletons that they've already got. I mean, Nagakuga and Tigrex are pretty unusual, pretty original. There aren't many more monsters with skeletons like that they have, like theirs. Oh, it doesn't block the dragon bite. Get him! Mount the dinosaur! Stab the dinosaur! Let's kill this dinosaur. Tigrex's mounting pattern, actually, that'd be fun to see them try and add that, because what Tigrex did was quite different to anything else. He runs. No, he doesn't run, he rolls. He just rolls across the map. There's an absolute danger to anyone in the same area to mount a Tigrex, because... Already? Nitro, the hell are you on? Quick, need some stones. Aha, I has stones. Yeah, no monster is deserving of this except Basil Boost. Oh, it should have been Foresight Slash. Oh, that was close. No, but Tigrex would roll all across the map. It was really, really fun to watch. Especially if you're the one mounting it, because that way you're out of danger completely. Let's see, that's Ice, Barra, Ice Barra, I'm not sure if they'd add Agnactor and Glacial Agnactor. Chuckles. I'm in danger. Wow. Okay. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'd prepared for this. Oh, that's not so much health as I'd normally get. Oh, sweet, he's directly above me. That's gonna throw me off trying to get out of here. Or not. Oh, Dialos is back. Oh, Dialos is back. Come on then. Come on then. Where's the hacking exit? No, come on. Come on. got to go to the quicksand. Come on. Come on. Make a racket. Come on. Come on, make a racket. I'm not sure how this works, but I'm going to try and get Diabolos to come up from under the quicksands. Well, as you're probably noticing, he's not going anywhere. Oh boy, that counts. Anyway. Wildspire. Bariath. Not the same thing. Oh yeah, that was another interesting one. Would be the addition of fanged beasts. We've got Tobikadachi and Odogaron and the likes. Those are the fanged beasts in this game, but it could be quite interesting to see some of the other fanged beasts make a return. So these were things were likes of Lagombi. And if you're not sure what Lagombi is, imagine an icy version of Big Chungus. And you do that. Actually, no, I don't want him to stop limping. I want him to keep limping. Keep limping. Go forward, you fat animal. Anyway. Yes, so that would also mean Big Chungus... Sorry, Lagombi gets added. This could be it. This could be it. And it's not. Oh, Deviljo sleeps here. Oh yeah, I could catch the Deviljo, but I'd much prefer to do these two fight. Yeah! He just broke both of the Diabolos' horns. I'm so glad I moved that one. But we could see Azorus. What was it? Azorus, Lagombi, Vovildon. By the time I'm starting to get rid of him, in all honesty. You know, it would be cool to see some of the Fang Beasts come back, and judging by how they could add them, because of the expansion ice maps. Lagombi is an ice monster, so he could definitely come back. And then there's... I'm just wondering what other really cool ice monsters would come back. Obviously with the Piscine Wyvern that goes underwater, that's sort of cancelling out the chance of seeing everyone's favourite shark with a Q, shark. Bit like how Shaq spells his name with a Q instead of a CK. You know. That'd be fun to see the ice shark Xantreos come back. But it's probably not going to happen because of the Piscine Wyvern. Oh, that cancelled. I wish I had Screaming Pods, but I've not got enough Screamer Sacks. We're too close. Oh! Try the Diablos Catapult. Let's say I'm expecting Agitator to activate soon. That would have hit if he'd still had the tip of his tail. I was about to say I'm going to deserve what I'm getting, but it didn't get it, so... Actually, if anything, Devoja probably dealt the most damage, so... He should be mad at me, at Devoja. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a moment here to pause, do a count. That's 2 Diablos, Puke, Gyrotoidus, Baroth, and Devoja. Yeah? Still no sign of Basil use. Yikes. Out of space. Anywho, I might go make that 2 Puke while I wait for the next one to spawn. I've got about 16 minutes now to track down the remaining monsters. I should probably stop mining considering I can't hold the space for some of the ores. So I've sort of only scratched the surface of a bunch of things they could add if they did do an ice map. The fact that we're going to get more ice blight monsters, that does make me a bit happy though. Oh, it's another Barroth. I am pretty happy that they are adding more monsters that deal ice blight. Because Legina's a bit lonely, let's be honest. Nothing else to freeze with it, and that's why I think that adding another blast monster like Brachydios would be a perfect idea as well. Oh sweet, this is where the tempered one starts too. So I'll start with the tempered one as well. That wasn't nice. He'll go up. He'll turn around. He'll come back down there. Thank you, tempered Puke. We're fine. That poison isn't dealing much damage. That follow through. Thank you. So, that's now 2 Puke. I've still not seen a Kuliaku anywhere. Surely something should be spawning to replace Diablos soon. Oh, Black Diablos. Gonna get one more Diablos, one more Barroth footprint. There we go. I will leave the Barroth alone though. Just gonna do Cactus Man! There. 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 Bah! Got him! See, now it's warning me about the quicksand patch. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Le Diablos Noir. Shit. It's actually literally just a Diablos on its period. Not technically a subspecies at all. Oh, and it doesn't tip. Actually used to, when they got angry, they used to slam their tails onto the ground. Could deal damage essentially if they got angry. Sounds like this already. I tried Screamer Pods. It's not particularly easy to hit, though. Not that I'm promoting bouncing against women in any way. Oh, that's the catapult. Not quite. Into the wall. Why don't even bother? I think that's a back break, but honestly, how I managed that? Not quite. Horn break! You just got knocked over by nitrogenesis. How does that make you feel? Shoot. Get up. Daddy scratched us. Shoot. You got flinched by nitrogenesis. I'll be fine. Come back in now. I can't even take pickle damage right now. I was in for the tail, got the head, and you know what? I'm not complaining. Up and over, down. There it is. It's all the park's broken. Oh, that's actually leaving. Oh, okay. No, I don't want the hacking. No, I don't want the hacking Stingathorn. I want. Diablos and Barroth have a turf war. Yes, Black Diablos. Good fit. I get 2 cards. I get 2 carbs. Or was it a shiny drop? We may never know. Now, let's do what we did last time. Constantly go to the flash fires. Shit. Over here. Oh, nope. Hey, do one of the charging attacks. Do one of the charging. Damn, this girl does not let any man tell what to do. You know what? I think she's gonna come back. Oh, but it looks like I'm gonna do this entire thing without seeing a Rathian. Or Kuliaku. Or... and Basil Geese. Considering how common Basil Geese is, that's really starting to annoy me. Just... not bothered. Just in time for normal Diablos. They actually have a turf war Diablos and normal Diablos. I'll go after Barroth. For the last minute. Oh, so again, I've missed Kuliaku again. At least I have taken out Rathian recently. You've seen me take Rathian. Got to do Deviljo again, which is good. But I didn't see Basil Geese. And the presence of subspecies quite clearly shows that we have got... This is a high rank one. I'm not doing low rank and pretending. See, the presence of these guys shows that we're doing a real one. We're doing a high rank one. There's just no sign. Duh. Of course that was gonna happen. Okay, I need to talk with my life, with my... Incredible, Adam. Better. When they ask me why I have arthritis and I'm only 17 years old, I'm going to tell them because I got stunned on Monster Hunter. Battle's a place pretty close to my heart actually. It's the first monster in Monster Hunter World I actually ever technically faced. Because it was the Monster Hunter World beta. Video's there, you can watch it. That's what videos are for. Oh, it's Black Diablo for that. Not in Basilgeuse. That means no Kuliyaku, no Basilgeuse again. You know what, that should have probably been... Let's make it epic! That counts. Gonna take just a little bit longer to log off this time. So, I guess that's my genocide run of the Wildspire Waste. Still no Basilgeuse or Kuliyaku, which makes me sad because they don't show up in any of the other locales. But and no Rathian either, which surprises me. Basilgeuse, however, he shows up anywhere, so we should be alright there. I'm gonna call this one quits. That was the wrong button. Yeah, no, I'm gonna call this one quits. I'm gonna go home. Thank you for not watching, I guess, because nobody was on for this entire hour. Next up will be the Coral Highlands, so hopefully I'll find a Basilgeuse there, and if I don't, this is why I wanted to keep it, just to show you all this. If I don't find a Basilgeuse there, if I don't find any monsters anywhere, I'll probably do a special video of just wrapping them up, making sure I have got them all. So, that, you know, just a Kuliyaku hunt. That's why I should do it, I get so many points. Oh, that was nice. Anyway, yeah, so next up, Coral Highlands. Looking forward to taking down Pink Rathian, Legiana, Tzitziyaku, Odogaron potentially, and Basilgeuse. Dear God, Basilgeuse. Oh, and Palomu. And I will also speak about how what subspecies they could add in Monster Hunter World. So what monsters could appear that haven't already. Anyway, yeah, no, thanks. Thanks for, if you're still here, thanks for that. I am Adam, the Angry Morsel. I shall see you soon, I guess. Yeah, bye. Oh, sweet, you can't see me.